All right, guys, we're going to talk about key levels. Key levels are basically areas that the market is attracted to, and it kind of serves like a magnet. So you'll see where the market will pull back to a particular area, and it will do it multiple times. Those are very strong points that you want to be made aware of so you know whether you should sell or buy. Now, these will serve just as support and resistance, just like you learned in our previous lessons. It's just a matter of identifying them. And you can use this with market structure, or you can do market structure by itself, or however you want. It's totally up to you. You have to find out what plan works. But I'm going to show you how to identify it. So because this is an intraday course, I would say that you most likely will focus on daily levels for higher time frame, but the 4 hour and 1 hour is probably what you're going to be using the most. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you daily, 4 hour, and possibly 1 hour, and how to label those key levels. And you may not need to draw them on every time frame. I'm just going to show you so you can see how it is respected by the market. So one key trick you can do is you can convert your candlesticks to a line chart, which is right here. Remember I told you you can just put a star here next to the line and it will be easy for you to locate whenever you're doing this. And you're going to click here. So what I like to do is I like to use the horizontal array, which is on the second icon, and it's located here, horizontal line, and you're going to make that your favorite so you can locate it easier next time in this trade. So one thing I do, and this is a technique I actually show my VIP team. This is not my main technique, but this is a technique I do share. So you're going to get a little bit of a snippet for free. These pointy areas are basically like pullbacks, okay? So one easy way that you can just draw some key levels is look at where price is at, which is right here, and look for a pointy area above it and below it. So there's one here, but it's really far. So I'm going to look for something a little bit close. So this is the closest one. Oops. And you don't want it to be too far, especially because we're in a daily time frame. So we're just going to use this as our major support and resistance. Okay. You can color code these so you know which one's a daily level, which one's a 4 hour or 1 hour level. That may be something that you'll want to do in the future. So one thing I do want to make clear is that the line chart only shows the candle close. It does not show the wicks. So you will have to adjust back to candlesticks to make sure you're not cutting off any candles. So this actually looks not so bad. Let's see. Yeah, it's not so bad. So we can see here by respect, I mean the market broke out and retested, and you can see where it closed below this resistance area very nicely. Very, very nicely, which is an indication to sell. And you can see where the support area was respected, but then it was broken, retested, and continued going down. Our support area that we drew was also respected, more of as a resistance area and support, but now we know that we have a daily resistance and a daily support. So we have our main levels. And the reason why I'm showing you the daily is because the higher to the time frame, the stronger the level. So the market is able to break and retest a daily level. That is a very strong indication that you should be looking for an entry for that trade, depending on if it's going up or down. All right, so we're going to look at the 4 hour. And again, you can do the same thing just so you have some reference points, or you can go down to the 1 hour. It's totally up to you. You probably will be utilizing the 4 and the 1 hour the most as an intraday trader. And as you become more advanced, you may utilize smaller time frames to help with your entry. Okay. So I'm going to stay on the 1 hour, and I'm literally just going to do a line chart, and I'm going to look for smaller levels that are within this 1 hour. Again, I'm going to take the horizontal line, price is right here. There's a peak above, and this one's so close. So I'm going to go to this one right here. And then we're going to look for one below and see. Now, as of right now, I only have one touch, but I see if I pull it down here, there may be more touches. You see that? And remember, it does not include the wick. So let's change back to candlesticks and just make it a little bit more perfect. And bam. So now you have, and again, you can color coordinate these or label them however you want. I'm just going to do this so you guys know this is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so we have our 1 hour levels now. So we know this is and this is also daily, but the market was unable to break through this 1 hour high or this daily high and retest it. It went down. It served as a resistance area. Okay. Also here, you can see where this level served as resistance, resistance, resistance. It broke out, landed on top and became a floor and went straight to the other resistance area, which was also a respected area on this time frame. So now if this is going to go down, what you want to do is see how it respects this level. If you start to get rejection and your candlesticks have some wicks like this, then there's a possibility that it could go up either to make a higher high. It could be forming a pattern, or it could be just, rejecting it, and then it could change direction. We don't know yet. But if you do have like dojis or any type of indecision candle at levels like this, most likely you'll get an impulse. Where it would go, we typically like to look at market structure. So you want it to at least make a high that's the same as this, but the goal is for it to make a higher high to confirm the continuation of the buy. If it's unable to make the higher high, then we may be looking at a possible reversal in the trend. Okay, so that's how you would do that. Now, let me show you with arrows real quick. Okay, so if this comes here and you see rejection like this, there's a possibility it could go either to this high here or to this high. Okay, if you see rejection here, then most likely it could go down. If not, you would need it to break your 1 hour and your daily level because they're so close. Come back and land on top and make this ceiling a floor in order to consider another buy position to take up. If this goes below, retest just like this, okay, and rejects it with the wick on the top of the candle or dojis or anything like that, then that may be an indication that we're going to get an opportunity to sell this to where the next level or area of market structure, which is right here. So that's how you draw your levels. So if you need help, go ahead, attempt to draw your levels. I want you to see how the market respects it. Do you see it touching it a lot? Is it breaking out and retesting and landing on top or below? If so, then you have a strong level, and that is a really good sign of having a confirmation to consider an entry on a trade along with other things. And we're going to talk about confluence shortly, but go ahead and give those a try.